Okay, here we go. So, Venus is out of bounds right now. Venus is going to be out of bounds for the next calendar month, I think. And I guess we could look it up, but I don't want to spend all day scrolling through this stuff. All right, I guess I could. Like, I just set up the Ephemeris, right? This Ephemeris is kind of sucky. So, anyways, the anyway, so this is what Venus out of bounds looks like. This is, oh, hey, Sonny, what's up? It's oh, cool, man. Okay, so this is today's horoscope. This is where we're going to start the chart, but this is not what we're talking about right now. So there are a couple of different things when you look at a chart, and I'll show you. So in Magi astrology, we look at what's called a declination a lot. we look at them a lot. But in Western astrology, we do and we don't. Some people do, some people don't. Hey, Chrissy, thank you. I super appreciate it. I super appreciate the birthday wishes. For those who are new to the channel or who didn't know, my birthday was on the weekend, and I feel great. So, in addition to, so this is how astrology works. This is the equator. This is not the equator. This is you right here. Okay? This is you right here. And this is you looking up at the sky. Okay? That's high noon. That's up. And down here is the other side of the world. It's nighttime. And that's the deal. That's how astrology works. Basic astrology. When you look into the sky, that's what you see. Does it make sense? Everybody cool with that? I don't know if that's obvious or not, but that's the deal. Okay, so that's how this works. In addition to that, in addition to this, and these planets are rotating, you know, they're traveling through the sky in one direction or the other direction, and we're looking at them. This is the east, this is the horizon, right? This is the morning. This is the east, and this is the west, right? And this is the rising sun, rising, the planet's rising, and this is descending, your descendant, and that's how we do it. Now, in addition to all of that, we have declinations. So now, in addition to all of that, imagine that this circle here is the Earth. Okay, just imagine, because you're standing on the Earth. Well, the Earth is tilted, right? The Earth is also tilted, and we have a situation where the sun shines light on the Earth. And so, when the sun shines light, so in addition to moving around like this, the planets have an association, like, it's not just, where are my guys here? So it's not just, come on, Templeton. So it's not just, so it looks like it's just like this. Right? It looks like the planets go like this, right? Or they might go around like this, another way to think about it, but they don't. They move like this. And as such, right, so they don't go around like this, they go up and across like that. And so we tend to look at one plane, one axis. The rotating like this is what we tend to look at. And you can see, you know, this is what we tend to think of when we think of astrology. But it's not just that. It's, as it goes, the planets move like this, you'll see that it goes up and down as well. And I'll do it smaller. Hey Sin, what's up? So check it out. And hey Nasty, I hope you're having a wonderful day. So we think it goes like this is how we normally think about astrology and the planets, but they really go like this. And as such, we have this rotation, this axis, and we also have this axis. So it moves from like this in time, so it goes up. And anybody understand what I'm talking about? And so when it goes, now when the planets, and when it moves beyond 23 degrees, then it's considered out of bounds. Everybody cool? So when it moves beyond 23 degrees, it's considered out of bounds. And so the planets, in addition to rotating like this, they also appear like this. Right? They also move like this. And these are called declinations. This here, these are the declinations. In Magi astrology, we use a different chart. It looks like this, but in the center, we have a line, and on the line, the planets are also on the line. And when the planets on the line, you can see the declinations right there. And that's the deal. Not really a big deal. And when they're at the same number, right? When they're right here at the same number across, we call them parallel, right? Because they're parallel with each other. Because, like, that's parallel, right? And when it's here and down here at the same number, it's called contraparallel. Whatever. Anyways, out of bounds is when a planet is out of bounds. It's outside of the circle. And right now, Venus is outside of the circle. It's considered out of bounds. Hey, we have a new sub. Hey, Brian, what's up, player? I hope you're having a super amazing day. So that's what... Oh, thanks, Mercs. So hey, Gloria, I hope you're having an amazing day. So that's what it means. So that's what out of bounds looks like. And okay, so that's what out of bounds looks like. We're on a chart, right? So, I guess I got to move over a little bit. Okay. Or you guys could just take one of my courses, take one of my classes, attend them. You guys could just as easy, attend one of the workshops. But, okay, so here we go. So, how do you know? So, when you look at this, you're not going to be able to tell if it's out of bounds or not. Because it doesn't say. This doesn't say what the declinations are. But there's an easy way to do it. I'm going to show you the easy way last. So let's lose this for a second, and we'll go to the Ephemeris. So the Ephemeris is over here somewhere. So for those who, so I'm using Solar Fire right now. So we'll use the Ephemeris. Okay. So let's make it to December to January. We'll make it to January 1st. And we'll use the 2. Okay. So we'll have all of the stuff here. So this is what an ephemeris looks like. These are the dates on the left. Can you guys see this? These are the dates on the, I'll make it nice and big. So over here we have the date. Right? This is going to look messy for you guys. Can you guys see all of this? Let me shrink it down a little bit. So, and we'll go to Venus, because Venus is what's out of bounds. Okay, so this started on November 1st. So on November 1st, let's move it down towards today. So we're way at the end of November here. So let me take a screenshot of this so I can scribble it for you. So this is Venus right here. Okay, this is Venus. This is over here. So right now we're on the 22nd, which is right here. And right now Venus is at 25 degrees. No, we're not at the 22nd. We're at the 18th. Sorry. You guys know I'm not good with days of the week. We're over here. 18. Venus is at 20 degrees Sagittarius. Okay. Venus is at 20 degrees Sagittarius. And when we go to the big chart and have a look. Oh, man. What did I do here? Oh, no. I shut the program down. Crud. Alright, I'll do it again. Oh no, it's right here. Venus is at... Oh, bummer. I gotta launch the program again. Anyways, Venus is at 20 degrees Sagittarius. We'll see that in a second. But here, the declinations, this line here, you'll see that Venus is at 24 degrees right now. And anything 24 and 23 and a half and up is what's considered out of bounds. I'm showing you guys how to see it, where to notice it. All right, give me a second here and let me relaunch the program. I'll walk you through it again. So one way is to use an ephemeris. You should always double check using an ephemeris, and just go to the chart, open the chart, go to reports, and nice and easy peasy, you're going to see that right here, Venus is at 20 degrees Sagittarius, and it's highlighted nice and purpley pink there. 24 degrees, it's out of bounds. So that's how you spot. Oh, you guys aren't looking at it. Oh. So once again, click on the chart, go to reports, and it's easy peasy. Venus is right here. It's at 20 degrees Sagittarius, and right here, nice purple, you can see that it's at 24 degrees. It's what's considered out of bounds. And that's how you find out, hey Sally, what's up? I hope you're having a wonderful day. And that's how you figure out, that's how you see if something is out of bounds. They're called the declinations. And yes, they're important. Now, we're bringing that up today. So Venus is out of bounds for like a month coming up. All right, so that's the deal. So what does it mean for something to be out of bounds, for a planet to be out of bounds? Just think about it like this. When something is out of bounds, when a planet is out of bounds, think of, it's a boundary. You know, boundaries are limits. So we have, so a planet within its limits, like imagine it's a regular planet. It's a regular planet being regular. So, you know, it has square, you know, the regular stuff that we talk about every day. A planet is doing this, a planet is doing that. But when it goes out of, it's within its limits. But when a planet goes out of bounds, when the declination is beyond 23.5 degrees, what you're going to get is a situation where it's gone beyond its limits. So in that situation, it can, like, and it's astrology, right? So it can be extremely good or extremely, so it can be good or bad, depending on how you play out things in your own life. And so, and I'll say that again, for all those people who don't, you know, who could say things like, how do you what happened to having a choice? Okay, well, it can be good or bad, depending on how you play out your own life, how you express yourself, you know. So, you know, so when Venus, the planet of love and attraction, and money to some extent, money, love, attraction, how we like to relate to others in a harmonious and, you know, loving, encouraging way, when it goes out of bounds, this becomes exaggerated. So, so you'll have, so it's Venus, right? And it's in Sagittarius. So regularly, and that's where it is. It's starting in Sagittarius, and it's moving toward, and it's gonna finish this out of bounds in Capricorn. So it's moving from Sagittarius to Capricorn, and what's gonna happen is we're right now we're relating our Venus, expressing our Venus in a very Sagittarian way. We're having fun. We're being fun, playful, adventurous, philosophical, big ideas, traveling. Lots of people are traveling right now. And but again, it's fun, it's philosophical, it's traveling, it's optimism. And that's how we're expressing our Venus right now. We are optimistic right now. When it goes into Capricorn, we're going to express our Venus in a more Capricorn kind of way. So we're going to be looking at our boundaries. We're going to be looking at how to progress. We're going to be looking at things that, like, how we are seen in the world. You know, we're going to try, did I say how we progress? You know, how we progress. We're going to look at our discipline. You know, Capricorn's about discipline. It's about taking the steps to succeed. It can be quite reserved at times. It's a bit of a tough love kind of vibe. And so that's the theme. So we're starting in the Sagittarius theme, being expressive and playful and creative, and a lot of philosophical stuff, a lot of teaching. Sagittarius is a sign of teaching. And then we're going to go into Capricorn, which is a sign of hard work. And so right now it's playful, we're traveling, and then when it moves into Capricorn for the rest of its time, it's going to be back to hard work. It's going to be lots of work, lots and lots of work, lots of discipline, and lots of doing what it takes to succeed. But that's, hey Lloyds, what's up? But that's the positive side. Keep in mind there's a negative side to it. And the negative side of Sagittarius, Venus in Sagittarius, is going to be very blunt, very in your face, very not necessarily caring about what anyone else thinks, doing things on your own, looking before you leap. You can be very irresponsible. Then we go into Capricorn, and the negative side of Capricorn could come out with this Venus situation here. And the negative side of Capricorn is being a control freak, mean for the sake of being mean. You know, being you know, a hard person, being a workaholic kind of situation, and not caring about other people. So all of these themes that I'm mentioning right now, with Venus out of bounds, are going to become wildly exaggerated. And so that's the stuff, that's the situation. It's going to become wildly exaggerated. Now, if you have an out of bounds things in your if you have something out of bounds in your natal chart, it's going to be exaggerated. So think about it. It's Venus is on the loose. So Venus has gone crazy. Venus is on the loose. So expect these themes, the Sagittarian themes, to really get exaggerated in the next couple of days. And then when it moves into Capricorn, expect the Capricorn themes to be very exaggerated. People are going to tell each other. Right now, people are going to make jokes, and they're going to laugh, and they're going to want to travel, and they're going to move around like big Sagittarius. You know, you're going to spend a lot of money, you're going to eat a lot, and then you're going to run around, you're going to overwork yourself, you're going to burn yourself out a little bit, and then when it goes into Capricorn, you're going to like really workaholic. You're going to tell people, come on, let's get to work, come on, let's do this, let's do this. You're going to see workaholics move it. You're also going to see a lot of retribution. You know, Capricorn can be a very cold, tough love sign. And that's the deal. So that's the deal, guys. That's how you spot, how you recognize a planet out of bounds. That's what it means. Okay, that's what it means when you look at it in the sky. That's what it means. That's how you find it when you look at it on the chart, or you look at it up in an ephemeris. And Magi Astrology has that thing, the line in the center, so it's easy to see. But otherwise, you're going to have to pull up the declinations, because that's what it means when the planets revolve. How the planet revolves around, they revolve around each other. That's how you see it on a chart, and that's what it means to you personally. And that's the deal, guys. That's Venus out of bounds in a nutshell. Any questions before we move on to the horoscopes?